It's not. What can I do?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the wall.
I haven't had any problems myself.
Who are your customers?
All kinds of people come. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for... It keeps me entertained.
Entertained? He might be high. If he... Okay, he definitely is high. A guarded man like him wouldn't tell you if you asked.
Let me have a look. I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps. I doubt. I do my best to keep my distance from all...
The pawnbroker's gaze is all...
Someone else came...
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were, and I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long.
He's not telling you the whole story.
You weren't quiet. Yourself, you were very distraught. When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and...
Very normal behavior.
15 real.
The lieutenant looks from you to Roy, and then back to you. It's clear that he hopes this tableau might still turn out to be there's pity there too, in case you didn't notice.
It certainly does, especially in Revachol. She didn't seem like a policeman. Although, truth be told, she was...
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
Of course.
You see, Rob, try to find something pretty and cool here. Everything you pick out seems fake. Yes. Buy something nice. Big men on big...
Franco-Nigerian knights.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and...
This is what the loyalists look like.
Which ones? Ah, royalist soldiers.
This set of...
You're probably... I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. I don't like either set very much, to be honest.
The boombox is on the... One, this is you. Just make sure it works before you buy it. A typical Martinez street lights. The light pump. This would make quite a statement.
Yes, officer.
His manner is casual.
It was brought to me.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
700 real. A bargain, I dare say. Hey, I don't know where it comes.
There are
Don't be shy.
You find your...
Economical, but also...
You find your...
Economical, but also trendy.
Something cold. This jacket.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty.
You see two low...
I can see you were...
These ones...
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. These, officer?
Samaran trash. A pair of...
Those sneakers...
Only? That's madness.
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speak. Well, but see. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the
You see, the name...
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool! You're very cool. Bang, bang! You're right, officer. 100%. Not only the coolest goods in Revachol, I'm an entrepreneur. Good.
You glance around at the...
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
It is, yes. Anyone can set up their shop whenever they feel like it.
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's...
If you wanted to be cynical about it, you could say we are here to protect...
My man.
Gossamer is a fine, filmy substance consisting of cobwebs spun by small spiders, seen especially in autumn. It's
Hyper cool. No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale. Anything you want, anything for you. Me?
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the apricot suzerainty.
See, guy, apricot suzerainty. It's all the same to me. It's all cool.
There's a pile of...
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the
These are those UV sticks.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material.
No luck.
Oh, that visor is perfect. You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull. He's down. The dashboard, the lights on.
There you go. I'll...
It's the ledger you found in the trash. An aluminium block. The surface is interrupted by a...
What? Yeah, it depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand. It's a sorry sight. As you hold your ledger's clip,
There she is.
around the borders of the rectangular watermark is a rat brazen.
Ah, Martinet. Let me see. Right here. No, it does not.
There are many of them. And the first row has 18. The next is there are so many. The last row, that's it.
Those are perforated. The first row represents your years of service. That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth? No shame in working a This next row, the one that wraps all the... Wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, right, those are your confirmed kills. You've got for an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in... There are certain officers, but it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones.
The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go...
You can now see your...
There he still is, looking right through you. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you.
They do after 7...
The man before you is naked, but the material, delicate. These are clearly not boots.
Indeed. Ceramic plate. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather...
The pry bar in your hand is itching for some...
It's anything but.
Faint, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic. If trees were made of pork, the whorls are in the shape of a letter and number.
Good. Can you... We have a make and a number. That's something. Piece by piece. We should keep a lookout for this species.
The sabatons dangle off.
It is. We've requested similar material for a full set.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average...
Not too much, yes.
The lieutenant nods, wiping his finger.
That's for us to find out. My initial report, I agree. This equipment is...
This feels... The sabatons dangle off the man. The cadaver slowly... The hangman... This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt. Big bra...
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying. I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You? %70 of the cases I get are just filling in the blanks on the initial report. This belt worried. I was afraid it would be. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use. That ladder can't carry a grown man.
The cadaver hangs from an intricate web. His corpse is alcohol and heartbreak.
A map of the star.
As if someone...
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium.
An instant color cam. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass.
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only...
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man. Here, a souvenir.
The glossy...
You've acquired an interactive...
His eye dark brown. Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression. Not carried...
I'm gone. In the past. Way out in the west. The blue heart. Oh, that fucking...
He means force. It'll work.
I'm a joke. There is nothing funny about a killer. A motherfucker. Go ahead. What do you mean? It's the power of your... You mad... Go ahead. Ask because you're a copper... Coming right up. Copper-rooney. Fuck no. Between you and me, your name is probably Harry. You can be anything you want because you have loved it, me and Provocopo. It was love all along. Surely, looking at my face, motionless, looking into my eyes, standing here.
Something is on its way. Something hidden.
Do I remind...
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism.
You sure I got out of that one? Coppellini. Maybe I was getting my rocks off. Do I look like an erotic autos? Captain Coppodromo. I'll come back later, Coppo.
As you narrow your eyes, only the lower extremities are pink with a dash. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the...
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoo.
Of course. You have questions to come back later.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Need someone else? You mean like the police? Sadly, yes. I know it's hard, but I assure climb up there and there has to be a less risky way. We are not getting him down already.
Yeah!
How? Yes.
Yeah. They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said. Silence. And produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel. separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5, securing it. That's a keel. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position. Take.
He's gonna fuck.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls.
God damn it.
He feels bad about it.
Fucking idiot!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno...
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance. I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appear to be suspect in this case.
But what other options? The corpse? There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 42. Standard work boot, steel 3. Hobnailed work boot 4. Standard work boot, number 4. You don't know. 5. Another standard work boot. 6. An aberration, light as air. Even impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. You're not bad. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. 8. And yet another standard work.
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. A woman or a kid? Understood. Anything 200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker, carrying a similar...
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes. Interesting. Let's name someone operating a workbench with a pedal, like a joiner at the harbor. Or
He regrets it the moment he says it.
I don't know why I said that. We are not... Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
He doesn't seem to hear you, looking south toward the traffic jam.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. A week, maybe? 7...
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's...
Correct again. Sub-Zero 10.
What do I... Then, after hoist...
Indeed. They all... A simple little cadence. He seemed...
Yes?
Bastards! We have a right.
Yes. People get that you are...
Hold up and stay.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the... Good. Besides, we're not that different. It helped rights of people, rights of workers. Might be time. I don't trust cops, but maybe you should... We have fam...
So do we, Scab.
Have fun. Union shits. I know nothing about...
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable...
Wouldn't put it past. Right to work!
It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring...
We are not picking a side. Pity.
Let when a bunch of beats me.
When the man moves around, there's something odd in the way his shirt is far too... He ignores your... Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't...
Honest, we came here.
I have a question.
You think they...
You've been talking to him for quite a while.
We were promised work. we'd be main gates locked. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk. Huge semen bad. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no like civil.
It would be better.
No! They will give up eventually.
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses. Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess, scared. Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something. We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time. I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder." Of course, but...
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
My friend Iris, I don't operate in that. Yeah, then press the button to then go past, and you enter the arbor through the office. Está. Don't worry, or you could convert to a Seminese supremacist world. Not yet, no.
Nothing a couple of solid hook.
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven... Sure. Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. You know, the winter's nothing to worry about, really. I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not, you know.
He's a chatty guy.
Measurehead. His body...
Are you admiring? It must be frightening to stand in the... What is this?
You hear your heart pumping.
Stop it! You are embarrassed. This display of weakness.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
You have succumbed to a... You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from... No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Jerking motion. Signs of a... You gave the world. You dominated. You will be...
It is, baby.
There is a button right behind him.
That is right. You should bring your troops. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul. Your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
How did...
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk.
Your fist cracked.
The words to the song have changed.
Your hand twists him.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization.
We still need... I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to... I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hug.
The lieutenant groans. That's right. You should.
Nice.
Not bad advice, actually. This might do the trick.
Let's talk about our right to work. What's it to you? Am I a suspect? Done no crimes. We're all workers, right? Workers stick to... Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell? Uh-huh.
was a long time ago. No, I'm not a fighter. I'm a worker.
An intricate web of... It still kind of looks like a map. For you, someone gone.
Welcome to Revachol.
Don't you? Every school of thought and government has failed in the city. But it's men like you who keep Revachol divided.
Oh, come.
I know exactly what, but you see...
Silence. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
I haven't learned anything I didn't know before.
The lieutenant, exhale.
Whatever you say, officers. Oh, not much anymore. I mean, apples. Yeah.
He's given you the runaround. Let's...
Not the most popular topic nowadays with the coil. I'm not the only one. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by this. Oh? Don't push your luck. Looking for something, Hunt? Come to take drugs? You know where that... They know they can't beat us in a fair fight. So they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. I don't go for that foreign piss. Not in...
So you're telling us that you don't...
I don't know shit. If I... What do you think?
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, I knew that guy. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to... It's a fucking travesty is what it is. Isn't it obvious? Of course he's a lorry driver. He's trying...
I wouldn't be so sure, but...
Guess so.
Everything's still cool here, officer. Drugs? Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which, that's so cool. Who said that?
So you admit you're...
No.
Realizing he can't get...
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. Exactly. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. No! That's insane. It's the fat hater. He's been eyeing me for a week and he sent you here. Nothing. I told you. I'm not a...
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
He doesn't want to talk about them. He's...
Look. There's bad people doing bad things here. It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying...
Who exactly?
All of them. All right. I scored. Let's cap this...
Back already? You sure are.
Yes. People get...
It's the jam. It's a traffic jam. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long... Yeah.
It's official.
Feels like forever. Yeah.
Behind the law.
So tell me, what do you... I don't want to talk about that. Man, I was hoping she'd catch a break. A friend? An acquaintance. Thank God I...
Again.
A youngish woman.
What color hair?
Blue and violet.
Then she may have dyed it again.
Damn, I don't want to...
We can't.
That's how it always...
It won't come to that.
I don't believe you. I just can't, man. She's got the darkness in her.
She shared this with...
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her. It's snitching, man. I heard the rumors.
Did this violent...
Well... It looks like it did now. Fuck, man.
He's right. Push Tommy. And now is not the time to focus on feelings. You need that info.
You're not going to put a bullet in your head if you... I thought you were a different kind of cop.
The realization that you've used his friendliness and goodwill for your own.
Here. Her lorry's still here, down past the statue of Philippe.
When did she leave?
Last Friday. No, I don't know. She left them to me.
The other drivers would have to tow it or break in to get the machines moving.
If they break in, they would find what's hidden inside. Something incriminating.
I bet you are.
And he's sorry he couldn't be what he wants to be.
Nah, I need to think my own thoughts now.
This is the one our man.
The glass on the side window. The door is locked. You push the smell of cigarettes. These are one of them, particularly catch the actresses, and looks like.
Strange. There are so many. For contact, looks like we are dealing with an impressive. Doesn't look like it.
The smell of 1,000. You wedge yourself, but one odd detail does. Sandpaper adds.
Sandpaper, yes. Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching. Yes, well... We've identified one of the footprints, but there are still 7 to go.
The movie stars are still smiling. A metallic drawer. It's an issue of... It looks like an article.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before.
The pull-out toolbox slide. The metallic drawer. The pull-out toolbox slide. You close the rust.
Great. I think... Alright, we've finished here. Honestly, I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but we should return to... There are more than... The fact that one has all the same, I don't like...
Don't be fooled. Desire.
Yes, well... We didn't find... My suggestion is, we use it against debris for...
Looking for something odd? Not. I'm not the only one. People who've studied these things say that you and me.
Oh?
Go.
Lieutenant Kitsaragi's stern expression. Not a lot of moral fiber on this.
Oh, not much anymore. Apples. Fine.
He's given you the run. Be still, my beating heart. The lieutenant isn't studying the...
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. See that ladder there? It's probably another way into...
appalling.
Yes, you could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the...
Yes, but I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here. What are we... or it could...
He's thinking you've forgotten where you are again.
The cloak? Well, it doesn't...
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide? Nope. You could have done...
Hey! What happened? I understand. We can always come back when you are feeling better. It's just a cloak after...
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk. You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice.
Welcome to
What's that magazine she's reading?
You're back. Good. Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? Yes.
If there is a...
Of course, I wouldn't normally break protocol like this. But the situation... I have an indirect role to play. They would dispatch...
Everywhere.
A member of the board. Absolutely...
Who are they?
Crenell. They wear ceramic...
So, what happened?
The story is, he was taken out behind... Nothing. Mr. Clare, it's a...
What is the name?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants. It is very far from... If you don't...
The Debardeur have...
Have you ever seen a hornet?
The Seraï's giant hornet. The world's...
These men, as I said, a bloodbath. It doesn't have one single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation. Not much. They boast...
Meaning...
Yes. Sadly, if you still have...
The international club...
Do you know a lot?
In my line of work, I have. And they will. However, if you mean did I see... Lely, his service name, and not one is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well.
What would you say?
She closes her eye.
I can't remember.
That's all right, man.
He was for...
What else?
He was... In a way, it was humanizing. Yes.
Since you're...
Then we're on the same page. As grim as it may... Or he didn't. This is the remaining that the man...
The lieutenant...
Last Sunday. Either way, that's a good question.
You meet her soon enough, you feel.
They've gone to ground. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better...
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbour gate. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
That may be so.
For all your talk
Of course it bothers...
your concern may be
That would...
Where is your radio?
Heavens no. I hope I can answer it better. Until the
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. It's a matter of days, not weeks. I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything...
She reached for a bout.
It was taken with a Trigat not long ago. This is...
Her mouth is...
Sorry. I can't. Close. Port cities. This is an odd... The sailor's soul would use it quite a few...
What next?
Then he made his Revachol.
The old...
You said you can...
I can't. This man was no sailor. His
Surely there are other people to ask about the tattoo.
Do what you have to do, detective. I don't think decipher...
We will be careful, ma'am.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
The lorry stopped. The windows are clear. The driver has adorned the back end of the...
Racist, nationalist, likely, yes.
Right to work! Right to work!
Don't think so.
Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea. Wordless, he takes the photo, hard as a stone. You see dead flesh.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in. I can tell you what, this one, our colonel is deep into.
Benito.
He spent a month
with some strange...
Our boy. At dawn, we shot the boy. She was quite the god. Drowned.
Something. There's a word on the tip of your...
You bet it was. Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off. Go ahead.
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is stuck. Lonesome, long way home. A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one is... appalling cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own. Nope, no. That's still too high.
Sure. Just be careful.
You see.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
You see some kind of charm. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else.
Nothing!
She speaks oddly enough. The more she tries to draw you, just as you're about to pull apart.
Sir, don't touch that. Parapsychological.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they?
Why? It's not like anyone was. I'm sorry.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear. No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here.
There is something mysterious. The curtains, tattered with age and cut.
Welcome to crime. Be welcome. And please take responsibility for the energy you bring in. I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture. I already told you, it's just a storage room for him. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn. It's just for decoration. Okay, fine. It's just... Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything? Yes. I've contacted numerous. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the dark. Oh, this? No, it's a special hymn. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bank.
Didn't that curtain just move?
But officer, there's something wrong with this building, I can tell you.
Sounds familiar.
Truly so? Perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you. You shouldn't... Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved.
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy...
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before. I'm not sure I can trust...
Hey now, hey. The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
How do you...
Here we go.
I should have realized. A pattern lies within the fabric.
Perhaps you truly are the one to deliver this woman.
But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You ask... If you promise, good officer, then you must... Thank you, sir.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch, probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since... Yes, some unnatural... Oh, and please do return to me.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin. You see a dim...
Oh!
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before. After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key.
What is this place? Yes, but no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Sounds good.
A barbell. It's 6. There are no columns. Why does it feel so familiar? No, it's not that. It's just a memory from an...
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then. It would be a violation of EPIS safety.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here. Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn up. That's a good question. Reality. This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired...
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone in. We have one of these down at the station, but I never read.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal. It's empty, like the filament you have would fit perfectly inside. Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest? The static gets louder, slowly.
Good evening, Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is... Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? The filament you have inserted into the reader. That was a question. Good. Please repeat the password. Received. I will register.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Thank you, and...
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework. The filament slides out of its glowing nest. Nothing happens. Your flashlight slides over an old green... Some of the writing... These lithe, pointy-eared, translucent... Well, who are all those One of the Welkins, towering among the rest. It's Vara Hamira, the hull door.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing. Some people really like building. This looks like concept art for a project. It's not... Political commentary. Just look at...
And for what? The photo collage, the entire ocean. You see, albeit dark, a pinned postcard. This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic word. As time goes on, the number...
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalk. The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans. Call in, tune out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe. This old fight, the whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tile. History classes, radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123 points, unclear. It looked, you think so? The web is comprised of someone the leader of a massive on-air, a conductor for the 100. Whoever decides to call, all of this is gone. There's no way a little basement studio working here.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more the schedule. I know
nothing is. This old fight, the whole thing resembles Kate.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace? Yes, that is the question. It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers. No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in.
His fascination has swept aside.
Not to my knowledge, but I don't think anyone has it. Indeed, those Welkins.
Super cool.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but... Yes, especially in here. Okay.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is a gust of freezing cold air rush. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. The shelves are empty. All you see, you pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it. A friendly cartoon bear.
Good question. I know. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be. A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the...
Seems like an old bunker from the rev... There is, yes. And there also appears to be something...
Your hand reaches deep into dark...
Are these in...
Most of them are rusty and...
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
A few bricks have fallen.
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still...
He likes this. A thick layer. Looks like this furnace.
Looks like it. No one has used it in ages.
It's dark.
What are you doing? Wait, really? Take your head out of the chimney, please. It's not safe.
Something breaks loose in you.
Hello?
You've awakened the entity.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs.
You hear a low rumble upstairs.
After you, officer. You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected.
The bear's eyes are... Two cables are plugged into the break. An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now. bear's eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge. Only the black cable is plugged into the break. Something close to you dies with...
Why did you do that?
The lieutenant raises it somewhere. A machine hums along with the... Tiles on the cube are stiff like a smooth draw. The speaker.
Good evening. Please repeat. Is this the production? Good. Please repeat the password. No. Received.
Don't worry.
Fortress accident. Thank you.
Tiles on the cube. The filament slides.
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my... So what kind of dye are you looking...
Could this be the malicious entity? She's got a direct view to the backyard.
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be... Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing...
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bone role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Of course, I can...
This person... No falsehoods are present.
How did I become one? It was a business decision. Some of my friends were role-players. They... Not especially.
She's thankful for the security they provide her.
Nothing really.
Who cares about the dead body? The lieutenant looks.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard.
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, well, there's always something going on in the Whirlings. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of...
She's heard of the murder, but she's not sorry to disappoint you. Informing on someone.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night. It's an odd profession.
She not.
Anything else, officer? We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself...
Plaisance was right. There's an...
Creative.
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true. It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures act. Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow? Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex. And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years.
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
I was just about to ask, what do you think?
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane, but I'm glad we got this sorted out. And
That's all. Plaisance is not going to like what you have to tell her.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. Yes, yes. How was...
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
I knew it. Oh, but what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity? Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to do... It's not good to talk...
Such wraiths may prove a formidable enemy.
Yes, the Simonees are very crafty.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep. I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the...
She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
Oh, how horrid! Tell me, did you find a way to break the curse? What does that mean? Are you certain? All that matters is that... Thank you, officer. Truly, you...
She's so badly... It will only last...
All right, then. All's well that ends well. Should we return to our...
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the...
Hello again. How can I help you? Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps.
tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own. Nope, no.
Sure. Just be careful, okay?
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it.
Race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Just like that, the man is real. All you hear is a small gurgling sound as it... The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken-down puppet of muscles and sinew. For as you slam your fist on the button, the man collapses.
Looks like you're the new man.
Her voice is...
No one is the new measurehead. Let's go, before...
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you... From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers. What are you? Deaf? They're perfect. Like rockstar. Yeah, you have. With a sudden flash. The man is still.
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina men.
Wrong. You did the right thing with Measurehead. The ballerina and...
Let's talk about our right to work. When a bunch of beats me.
When the man... There's something odd in the way he carries it. Fine.
Free flow of commerce! Fucking wrong. How about you fuck?
Okay, of course.
The man's breathing steadies. An imposing combination of the machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting. Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the calling, still call.
Video Reversal, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10 millimeter. Video Reversal is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and... No. Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
The tarpaulin, as your finger.
Yes, I think we can say with relative confidence. Yes.
This is... Listen, it's...
If you must.
Nothing incriminating. It's a black and white photo. Renee looks like...
Why did you take that picture of Renee? You're really interested in that old soldier.
Shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The rusty...
I can't see how that was... Before you, with great effort, he straightens himself up.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois. I'm Everard. I'd offer you...
He looks...
You go ahead.
Whatever. Forget about that. What's...
Please, Mr. Dubois. Let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can... So tell me...
The chair you're...
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather... This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover...
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Is there anything you'd like to say?
No.
Cool. I wouldn't go that far. Now, I'd like to set...
His slug-like... The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. When he said, don't worry, he actually meant, be very worried.
Are you all right, Harry? It's not like you...
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always...
Officer.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
God.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look...
What is this?
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry! Mr. Dubois...
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion. Like you're throwing that Mr.
What an odd demonstration.
Okay, now.
Quick, it is about time to stop embarrassing.
What?
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to...
You've heard. I trust you.
Thank you for your...
You too.
None taken. Do we have anything else?
Not even a speck of anger in his voice. That's that then.
Am I going to ask? Hell, Harry. You spin kid. Would you ask a man like that how he got into your container yard? Don't worry, Harry. Between you and me, I'm not a huge fan of his racing. But the Union did not anyway. I assure you. I am of course.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
My God, so it's true.
I think the odds of that are...
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my source...
Words flow like...
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsura...
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
It's Harry. Harry Dubois. And I can work with you, Harry. Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of fam... That's why I like you, Harry. And Harry... You're not simply a cop, you're a star. A bright shining star in the drab law enforcement sky. outshining all other... Of course I do.
The giant neon sign reading, Harry the somewhere in Mirova, a beautiful woman sees...
Ah.
I find that...
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only. Of course, Harry, of course. Yes, your gun...
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Yes. Thank you for the hot tip regarding... Now, please.
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshitting.
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only...
Of course. I understand. We help you.
Oh, that's very... One thing we'll all try...
Whoa. That's so nice of him.
I'm just a nice...
Okay, then. Positive emotions it is. You like positive...
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him... He's an old man, Harry. I want... Empty all your barrels on me, Vanny. Oh, did I...
Wait. There was no mention of a casserole.
Harry.
If it's spilled blood you're looking for, then there certainly isn't any.
Yes.
His expression makes it clear.
If she actually wants to see...
He doesn't want to see her. It's...
Of course. I have no... Tell her about all of it.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was not...
Oh, of course. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is... But there's a thing that's been keeping me up.
Yes, that...
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are big, and I'm sure you're...
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar. Pretend...
Fantastic. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the... Just open the door. You don't need to... Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate. Here. You're...
The lyrics to the accent.
Container, Evra.
The look.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them. I mean, I don't personally mind. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly. Oh, yes. Born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to... People say us...
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them. Sure, mister. Oh, we're on a strike. The whole union is.
So no one is...
Not everyone is down there, of course. But Titus and his boys got into some drunk... Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about him and his boys, sir.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
Sure. How? Yes. I'm like Mrs. Actually...
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty... But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here, and I'm...
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork.
Well, thanks a lot. Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them.
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an...
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Bye-bye now.
Containers here. We're not here to interact.
No reply. You attempt to turn to your left. The lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement. Despite the dirt that surrounds and trails you, a beacon of light emerges from deep within you. The door stands.
Satisfied, detective?
Try again. Just like that, you hear it.
You can't be serious.
The man stands at the far end of the shipping. The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter. Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an ad. In the general stillness, only your tongue moves.
Welcome. Come in. Make yourself at home.
You can't.
Now, who am I? Anyhow, my name is Rustam.
Mr. Diodor, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
Pleasure to meet you, Harry. Who am I? Anyhow, my name...
Mr. Diodor, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and...
Pleasure to meet you, Harry.
Oh Lord, not this again. Oh, nothing. It's just that we've... And yet, it never seems to...
It's quite alright. All I did...
And blow.
Go right ahead. Travel. This is a great way to get around. By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly? Revachol. I remember walking its streets as a teenager. Gary, it's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. There simply aren't enough hours a day to hand out all the handouts. Spending money is a matter of smart, you know? Luxury yachts, high-fidelity portable radio systems, hail-proof outerwear, and so on. What? No, I did not say that at all. Being rich is great. Just don't tell anyone I told you that.
Could you please stop asking people for money? It does not reflect well on the RCM, and to be perfectly frank, we can't afford to look...
It's perfectly alright. Based on your appearance, as you may know, us high-net-worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity, here is 3 real. How much can you get for this? You're welcome. You know... Maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an...
These ultra-liberal types love losing huge sums of money on ludicrous proposals. Ergo, you should come up with a plan that's totally dead in the water.
Thanks for stopping.
Note is written.
Does it say anything?
This is tangential at best. Someone has scribbled. S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Suliswaf.
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like, really? You don't have a... Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on the film. Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here. That's implausible. I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the...
Didn't you see one right next to the breaker box?
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year. You should take care of that then. Let's talk to him anyway.
Though he finds... On second,
it's unfortunate.
The drawer hundreds of, and the same. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company. Look how blurry all the hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before.
Is that what you're doing with those photos over there? My thought exactly, officer.
The drawer.
Welcome to...
What's that magazine she's reading?
Okay. Wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir. Anything else I...
Blow the whole thing on speed and gin. Right. A small
just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds.
The tear machine. Your bottles.
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here? The pawn shop is always open.
Feeling warm and a drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelics.
How would I know?
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting.
I've had to take it. You know, since...
He's taken it for mental and emotional.
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some... I like the theory more than the story.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling? Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps.
Hello again, sweetie.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching. Oh, excuse me.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it? Well? Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay...
He's not sorry about his behavior for your sake. Now that you have money, he really wants to make sure you're not...
I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically at 9 p.m. Please pay for each night in advance.
I'll take a room here.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM.
You see, you immediately feel drawn. The cobalt blue. The door does not, but...
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? Yes. I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Gart is the person to ask about this.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Oh yes, that door, sure. No, I don't. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing. He looks at the dust on his finger.
Oh yes, that... No, I don't... Or some...
He's attempting to maintain...
Fine, okay. A little. But my job doesn't... So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though. After the animals. Yes?
You should pick that fat. This is the door to...
Just a moment.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment.
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable. Our inspection was also very thorough. The body is still hanging from that tree, which is unfortunate. But we performed the thorough...
Though he wishes the body were out of the tree, he doesn't want you to feel too discouraged. Probably out of fear that you'll just give up and keep trying.
I look forward to that. As for the interviews, we conducted an interview with Eva. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however. Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief. Moving on, we interviewed Joyce Messier, the Wild Man's rep, and learned a lot. None of it very good news for us, or Martinez, but... Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running?
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange. They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise. The RCM's primary role is to ensure... Yes, officers of the RCM have been known to... We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, It's preferable. You can't. Those who don't, as you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in the war, a coalition government, the RCM, or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. Silence. A great command to say, I have a cigarette.
Oh man, he looked so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
Yes. It's been a long and... The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place. They're a union of center-left and center... What do they believe in? They are DeLoreans. Interesting question.
Something kind, something ominous. Something even a little feminine. But in a strict manner.
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? The moral
It is more than that. The lieutenant breathes out to Chestnut.
Do you? No, we are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organization, protecting the people of Revachol. That's the hand we were dealt. Without the MI, we would be common vigilantes. Then you will adore Martinez. For many of these people,
the dying,
they really don't like us here. It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs. We run this city. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control. Me too. But I wouldn't count on any... Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Some kind of superstar. They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with... A mirror, hot water. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the fate. Really? Or as you sleep, abort. You clearly have not thought this. Behold, you have no idea who this thing, whatever it is, at least it's dead now. Please stop. It's horrible. You can't. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? Please promise yourself you are not going to try it on any of the... You liar. You can't even tell the truth to yourself. Go ahead. The faucet you handled told you that the mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place. It's like something snaps in you. A nerve ending. A thought. A sadness. Your face in the mirror. Just like that. It's... The bed is cold.
The option to go to sleep becomes available.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath, and then sleep. And then sleep doesn't come. Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed. Maybe it's the bed's fault. Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. It's synthetic filling. It barely comes under your thrumming eye. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, something to do with. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood? You're not kidding anyone, Harry. Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. Tell me, where are your friends? They were only cramping your descent into you failed Elysium. No, Harry. You'll be back in the stinky boy. You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high... Your mind is what now?
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad. Oh yeah, time to go to work in the shit factory.
Good going, buddy. Yes. Wait till you see the one with the chicken. You don't know? You don't know? You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even... That's not... You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Of course, you and Speed...